Good morning, girls. Let us learn how the scrollable result set works. For that, open NetBeans. Go to your package, JDBC project, right? We have finished up to program number 19. You create 20th program as we has done in the previous sessions. For that, right click on source package and open a new window. Here I have already created program number 20, 21 and 22. Today we will finish all this program. Let us see what we have done in this program. This is about scrollable result set, and I have done the connectivity with Access database, right? So as usual, what we will do, create one DSN for Access, right? If you have already created the DSN for Access, then no need to create it again. Import java.sql. This package is required for the connectivity programs. Then public static void main method we will take. Then three objects of connection class, statement class and result set, respectively con, st and rs. Then inside the try block, as we always do, the registration of driver through the forName method, and through the get connection method we will do the connection to DSN created by us. Here the name of DSN is my DSN. Now st equals to connection dot create statement, and we will keep the type scroll insensitive for st, result set dot type scroll insensitive, and result set dot conquer updatable. We want to move from one record to another record, so here I have taken type scroll insensitive. Our query is st.execute query select star from tbl1. tbl1 is already exist, right? And I have put some records in this table. Now from first position to the last position, if you want to move the cursor, we'll do some coding. Here rs.last means you can move on the last record through this method, right? For that we will use the result set object of result set class. rs is already created here, rs.last. This will move the pointer on the last position, right? So now we want to iterate in reverse direction, so I took a while loop and used a previous method of result set. Here do while loop I have taken. I want to print a record, all the records, right? The system.out.println. I want to print the row number first. rs.getRow, this method will print the row number, rs.getRow, and then system.out.println rs.getInteger first and rs.getString 2, right? Index of column what we have created in table 1. Then I want to move on previous record. First what I have done, I jumped on a last row, and then through the iteration I want to move one pointer on the previous position, right? For that I have used rs.previous method. And then what I have printed on the screen, row number, get row, and then the value of that row. Next I want to move the cursor to the specified row. For that we can use absolute method with one parameter. This will move the cursor to the specified row. If we want to move on the first row, we can write like this, rs.absolute1. Then the coding inside this block will print the row number, and this is using absolute method, and then the value of that particular row. Next, move the cursor to the given number of row in a forward direction, right? rs dot relative to, for example, we are on the first position, then if I write rs dot relative to, then I will jump on the third row, right? So here we will get the information about the third row. Here again I want to print the row number and data stored on that particular row. Then on the next line, rs dot first, I took this method. This will move the pointer on the first row. Again I took a while loop, rs dot next, I will iterate in a forward direction through next method. Then I will print the row number as well as the data stored on that particular row, right? So let us execute this code and then we will observe the result. Yes, from the beginning, here what we have done, rs dot last, in reverse direction I printed, right? Then my loop begin, 7th row came first, then 6, 5, because we iterated in a previous direction. So 7th row, data of the 7th row printed first, then 6th row, 5th, 4th, 3, 2 and 1. All the rows we got through this do while loop, fine. Next, move the cursor to the specified row, row number 1. Using absolute method we moved on the first row, then through the relative method we jumped to position in a forward direction, and we jumped on a third row and got the result relative method 3, and the data is CCC. Then again we moved on the first position and we started loop once again, through which we got the result 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is all about the iteration, right? So this program is related to iteration of the records. We can scroll the result as per our requirement, whether in Access or in Oracle. If you have observed the output, we can see that in the second while loop it started printing from the second row, not from the first row. Why is it so? Because here we moved on the first position and then through the while loop what we have done, rs dot next, so it jumped on the second row, right, and started printing from the second instead of printing from the first row. Did you get it? I repeat, I jumped on a first row through this method, rs dot first, right, and got the result. As a result, I moved on the first position, then I took one more while loop. Inside it, rs dot next, I have used this method, and with the help of this method I jumped on the second record and then started printing the data of all the rows. So here in the output window you can observe that the data of second row is printed, then third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. So here it is, right? Maybe question arise in your mind. So this is a solution. Now let us take one more program. Jumped on the program number 21. This is a database metadata of Oracle. Here we will get the information of Oracle database. So begin with import java.sql and took a program class, program number 21. So inside the main method we'll take two objects of class connection and statement, then try block begin. Here we will do the connection using these two methods. So I took these two lines, right, as usual, so no need to repeat it. We are going fast because now all of you are now familiar with all these lines, nothing new, right? Now we want to fetch the data of Oracle database. For that I have taken one object of database metadata class with name dbmd, and I wrote connection dot get metadata. So everything, all the details of MyAura, right? We got in the DBMD, object of database metadata class. Now let us print some information through this object by system.out.println. Here I want to print the name of driver. How we can print the driver name? So we will use dbmd dot get driver name. Here dbmd dot get driver name. We can take this method if you want to get the driver name, right, of this MyAura DBMS. Then next you can fetch the version of the driver. So here I wrote dbmd dot get driver version, dbmd dot get driver version. So this will return the version of driver. Then next we can print the username through get username method. dbmd dot get username, this method will return the name of user of this particular database. Here our database is ORCL, that is default database, right? Whenever you install Oracle, you will get the ORCL database by default, and you will get the username of that particular database. Then the name of product, database product name, dbmd dot get database product name. As the name suggests, this will return the database product name, right? Then next dbmd dot get database product version. You can find the version of product which you are using for the connection with the help of get database product version method. So here it is. You can print the product version also. And then last connection dot close. Let me execute this program. Wait for a while. We'll get the output in output window. See here, first of all got the message connected with database. Then driver name, as you can see on the screen, we got the driver name, that is JDBC ODBC bridge. Fine. And the version of this driver is 2.00016.01.7601. This line we got with the help of get driver version. Fine. Next is username. Here the name of user is Scott. As all of you know that whenever you open the SQL screen, you enter the username Scott and the password is Tiger, right? So here the name of user is Scott. Then database product name is Oracle. Here we have done the connectivity with Oracle database. So here the product name we got is Oracle. Next, database product version. The version of Oracle we have used with Java is database 10G Enterprise Edition, right? And the release is 10.2.0.3.0. This is the version of Oracle database we are using with our Java database connectivity program. So these are the details we can get with the help of database metadata object, right? Whatever output you want, you can print on the screen through these methods, or even you can use for further programming also. Here database metadata means, as I have explained in the previous session, that data about data. So here we got the data about data means data about Oracle database. Let us move to the next program, program number 22. This is the last program of our Java database connectivity. Database metadata, again connection I have done with Oracle, and here we will fetch all the details about the columns of a particular table, right? So database metadata Oracle detail about columns. First of all, we need to import a package java.sql. As usual, we will import this package, right, because we want to do the connection with Oracle database. Then inside the program inside the main public class, we'll create a one main method, public static void main, and here I took two objects, one object of connection class and one object of statement class st. Then try block begin, and for this try block I have completed the catch block with exception as e object, right, and printed the message thrown by this object. In case of error, here in this program I took more than one catch blocks, right, catch 1 and catch 2, specifically SQL exception class is taken. Now the code is very simple. Here do the connection sun.jdbc or dbc as usual we are doing, right, and as we have done in the previous programs. Class.for name for the registration, and for getting the connection we will use driver manager dot get connection method. Here I want to do the connection with Oracle database, so I took the DSN of Oracle, that is my Aura, with username and password respectively Scott and Tiger. Now create one object of database metadata class. Here the name of this object is meta, and do the connection with the help of connection dot get metadata method, right. Result set, create one object of result set class. Here the columns is a name of object of result set class, and meta dot get columns, get all the details of employee table, get all the details of columns of employee table and store it in columns object. Now we will iterate with the help of while loop using next method, columns dot next. In the previous program I created one object with name rs. Instead of that I have taken columns over here in this current program, right. So this is same as rs dot next, but instead of taking rs, here the name of object I have taken is columns, and through that object we can iterate with the help of next method, columns dot next. Inside the loop system dot out dot printf, I want to print the column number, then column name and the data type of column. So I is a variable of type integer, and outside the loop I have initialized this variable with 1, right, and inside the while loop I did post increment I++, so this will print 1 during the first iteration. Then columns dot get string, and the parameter is column name. This method will print the name of column of first column of employee table. Then columns dot get string type name, the name of data type of column. This will print the data type of column. So we will get all the information. %d means the column number, then %s, this format specifier print the name of column, and the third %s, this will print the data type of that column. As all of you know that in employee table there are 8 columns, right. So this while loop will iterate 8 times. This while loop will iterate 8 times, and then connection dot close, right, and as usual catch blocks. Let me execute this program. As all of you are aware of employee table very well, there are 8 columns defined in this table, and here in the output window you can see the name of all the columns printed by these methods: getString, columns.getString column name, and columns.getString type name, right? Let us go through the output. Number 1, employee number, and the data type is number, which is enclosed in the pair of parentheses. During the second iteration, we will get the row 2, row number 2, the name of column is ename, and the data type is varchar2. Row number 3, the column name is job, and the data type is varchar2. Column number 4, mgr, and the data type is number. Row number 5, the column name is hire date, and the data type is date. Row number 6, the column title is salary, and the data type is number. 7th row is commission, and the data type is number. And the 8th row, the last row of EMP table, is department number, and the data type is number. This is all the information we got through this method only, the line number 29 and 30. Okay, some more information you can get through the result set metadata, right? And for that you just refer through the reference book. I have covered the important method of result set metadata, database metadata, sorry. So that's it. These are the programs of Java database connectivity. These are important for your practical examinations, right? So do practicing of this all the programs. And one more program is left now, that is the connection with MySQL. In the next session I will show you how to do the connection with MySQL. For that we will create a DSN. First of all, you need to install a MySQL on your computer, and for the next session be ready with the MySQL install on your PC. Fine. So this is enough for today, and thank you.